Dane, I know the first half of the year was kind of a tough one, man, a little lean and putting together fights, but it feels like the schedule's stacking up right now. So I got to ask, are you getting excited and feeling like the second half's going to really build some momentum?
Yeah, but that's the way this business works. When you come off a year like we had last year, you just can't keep rolling. And first of all those guys fought. People end up injured, and we've still had a killer year, even though you know the blockbuster fights weren't there for us at the beginning of the year. And then the way that shit goes is as soon as the everybody gets healthy again, the second half of your year is going to be killer.
I wonder what it's like for you. I mean, obviously you don't need to do this anymore. So when you're going through a lean time, is it ever tough? Do you think like, why am I doing this right now? No,
man, I love it. We were in there yesterday in we call it the lab, where we make all the fights, and it's what I love to do. Let me tell you what, and it's to say this to you after all the things that have happened, and over the last 5 years or whatever. Wait till you see what we're working on next. Obviously we're here in the building, and this is going well for the fighters, and the Performance Institute, the building for our employees, and then wait till you see what we're working on next. Next year we're gonna blow everybody away again.
So I mean, the thing I keep hearing is everybody betting, Dana's not gonna be around much longer, man. It's too much. It's too much going on. He's not gonna do this much longer. To that you answer,
what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? It's not like people treat it like I hit the lottery, and I had money before. It's not like like I hit the lottery and I'm just gonna take off and disappear. I love this sport, and obviously the hardest part about the sale was leaving the Fertitta brothers. We've been together for 20 years in business together, and I went through a hard time. It was like a divorce. I went through that. I got through it, and I'm back on the ball and doing my thing. I love it. I'm not going anywhere, and we're actually working on some crazy shit right now, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll blow everybody's minds again next year.
No hints?
That's just, I always say this to you guys. We continue to take the sport to the next level. This Performance Institute is part of it. And now that we have all of our people, our employees together in one spot, and collaboration is a lot better. We needed all that, but aside from that, we're looking at how we take, combat sports to the next level.
Nice. Well, I appreciate all the insight, Dana. Last thing I have from you. It still seems like a very interesting time in company history, right? I mean, it's still relatively new, and it seems like everybody's still a little bit worried. I think fans are like, are things changing? Are they getting different? Is it a good time? Is it a bad time?
It's a great time.
That's what else. Give me an idea of your temperature and the future.
It's a great time. Let me tell you what. When have I ever told you guys that big things were coming and big things didn't come? We're working on a lot of great stuff. Obviously, we're still doing all the things we're doing. This is just the surface stuff that I'm telling you, how we're out looking for opportunities for these younger up-and-coming guys, where the fans will have the opportunity to see some of these rising stars on this new show and looking for a fight. Not to mention the fact, all the things that we're doing that you don't know about to cultivate talent. Working on things in Mexico and China. Mexico, China, and the UK right now. We're working on things in Russia, and we're working on some even bigger shit that I said we'll probably be announcing next year. It's all good. Everybody thinks I'm going somewhere or doing something. I'm not going anywhere, man. We're dug in like ticks over here, and we are working on great shit. Ari and I have known each other for 12 years. We could not have a better relationship. We get along, perfect, and it's all good.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's just because fans love the sport so much, you know what I mean, that they don't want to see their baby change or go away or corporatize or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, as we get bigger, as we continue to get bigger, I mean, we're already way more corporate than we ever were in the early days, but we were before we sold too. That hasn't really changed. I don't know how corporate I am. I'm never going to be corporate. You know, it is what it is with me. And I'm in it for all the reasons I was ever in it. You know, the day that I walked out of my job when I was 19 years old, it wasn't because I thought I was going to get rich in the fight business, you know? And the fact that it did all work out doesn't change a thing for me. I'm in this. I jump out of bed every fucking day, ready to come in here and battle, ready to win, and ready to take the sport to the next level.
Even on the bad days?
Oh, especially on the bad days. The bad days are the days you really gotta, you know, because this business is, it's just the difference is now, the me today from the me, you know, 10 years ago, is I've been through the bad days. Lorenzo said it best. Lorenzo said it the best. When Lorenzo looks back on the UFC, right? He says, think about this. The worst days we ever had at the UFC were fucking awesome. And it's true. You know what I mean? We loved what we did. And even the shittiest days we ever had were awesome.